I have to take you back, of course, as you can see, we've had on the corner of your screen, the bottom corner of your screen, these visuals coming from Heidi Giokos and Teddy Munyembane in the Johannesburg CBD, where there's been rubber bullets shot. There are a number of police officers and police nyalers at this particular area, and I can see my colleague Heidi Giokos also just running across the road. Heidi, I hope you can hear me, and I hope you're trying your best to be as careful as possible. What has happened so far? We were seeing with the viewers, some of the people, it looks like they were being escorted by police. What was happening there?
Masako, I cannot tell you why people are being arrested or why rubber bullets are being fired at this stage, but police officers are starting to patrol the streets of they are patrolling the streets. Sorry, I'm just trying to understand what is going on.
What are you recording here? Yeah? What are you recording here?
Probably if you just put your mic there, Heidi, so we can hear his explanation.
Masako, they are asking him why he was recording what was going on, which I don't really understand how that is a problem. He's just sitting on the side recording what's going on. But to my point earlier, before I was trying to understand what was going on, police are moving into the streets of the CBD and they are starting to fire rubber bullets, and they are, of course, arresting people. I can't tell you why they are arresting people, but it seems as though it's almost as though it's a cleanup, because when we heard some people earlier on shouting from the buildings, they were saying, "Thank you for cleaning up our streets. Thank you for finally doing something." And I even looked up and he was cheering and saying, "Finally, we've been crying out for this." So I'm not entirely sure if this is part of a raid or a cleanup, mop-up operation, but it seems as though police are starting to move into all the streets, not just that particular street. There seems to be some action there. Masako, if you can just bear with us, we're just trying to get there. I think they are just starting to move in, and I think as people start seeing the police, they start panicking and they start running. Why they are starting to move into all the streets, there's obviously a reason for this. I must say, Masako, there's a lot of force and aggression that's being used at this stage, and we're just trying to understand why. And I have tried to contact Colonel Selo, who is currently speaking on behalf of SAPS in Gauteng, but we're not getting a response from her. She says she's in a meeting, just for us to try and understand what's going on. But I must just say that the situation does remain volatile, and police are moving in. Masako, that's what I know at this stage.
Have you moved from the original place where you were, Heidi? I see businesses have also started to shut their doors. Is this an order that they got from police, or are they just scared? Do you know?
Yes, so we've definitely moved away from where we originally were. It's literally the next block where we are stationed at this stage, and businesses actually have started closing their shutters, and the reason for this is probably because they themselves don't really understand what's going on. They obviously are trying to figure this out. Some business owners are just carrying on and just looking on, but most of them have tried to close their businesses. Others are being engaged by the police and being asked to open up their businesses, perhaps to either show their documentation or to be searched and raided, but we're not sure why. You know, Masako, I must just emphasize, and I'm going to reiterate this point time and time again, there is just a lot of force that's being shown at this stage, and I'm trying to understand why. Because, for example, now this particular FM tool hardware business, police just walked past, started kicking the crates inside the business. The business owners and workers there ran inside, and they've moved on now. So why this is happening, we're not entirely sure. Perhaps they're trying to get some sorts of information from communities about what happened, or trying to understand what's going on.
Is there any way, Heidi, I mean, of course, with your safety also considered, is there any way that you can go to that FM tools that you were showing us to try and speak to the people who were there? Would they or any other business there have an explanation as to why so much force? Do they know what's going on, or do they know what triggered this?
Yeah, Maseko, I'm going to try, but I highly doubt they will engage with us. But let's try and figure out what's going on. Sorry, hello?
Yeah, we saw it, but there's no... Yes, this is my work. No, I respect him. I said, should we lock our offices to protect ourselves?
Protect your business.
Yeah, thank you.
They will break.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah, thank you. We have to get
Sorry,
something.
sir, can I just ask you, do you understand what's going on here?
Yeah, no, I don't. I just saw it in the morning. They said, no, people are talking. They said one a Tanzanian was murdered by police or whatever. The action was just about police. I mean, shaking the system. You understand what I mean? Shaking the system.
When you say shaking the system, what do you mean?
We couldn't see any violence. I saw one guy was shot with a rubber bullet, which was, nobody was holding any weapon against police. Nobody was even doing something against police during that time. But the action was police tension, police tension.
So do you fear for your life? You're a business owner here. We're seeing police
Yes,
moving.
I was running away when I saw the guy was shot by his left eye. I was running away for myself. But, I mean, who? What is happening? Who's the violence? Who's attacking police? We don't see that.
So are you going to be shutting your business down now?
Yeah, that's what I asked him, because he came with the force and then stepping on the chest, pulling the guns on us, which we couldn't see. We couldn't hear any notice that, you know what, shut your offices down. We're supposed to hear, shut your offices down, then we run away. But nothing. Only what we saw is shooting.
Do you stay in this area? Do you fear for your life? What's been going on here? Because apparently there was a raid that happened.
Yeah, what I saw, it was all over police shooting. I couldn't see anybody attacking police. Yes, I couldn't see anybody attacking police with a stone or whatever. All over is police.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Do you guys know what's going on here? Have they told you what's going on?
No, this is what's going on. Since I'm not a gossiper, you see, but I can say I'm working this side.
They
to my
say
people,
police kill someone there.
Police kill someone, yeah.
200,000 there.
Yeah.
They put plastic and the pepper spray. That guy died. I hear. We don't know why. Morning today.
So do you stay in the area? Are you scared? What do you understand about what's going on?
I'm scared. I'm scared, my friend.
We're just scared.
Just scared. Yeah, so 2 kilo
Now we're closing the shop.
So 2 kilo
You see, those guys now, they say they want to kill one police because they kill his friend. So now they want to kill one police today.
Kill one police.
Yeah, it's going to be fine. Fight going to be finished.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Okay. So Maseko, as you can hear, it seems as though the sentiment is quite similar to what we've been constantly hearing about the fact that somebody seems to have died. How he died, what happened, whether it was a raid or what it was, we are not entirely sure. But that retaliation is probably what police are trying to avoid, because if you are having members here from the public saying that they want to retaliate by killing one police officer because one of their own died, this is probably why police are using so much force and trying to get crowds to disperse and move away. It just doesn't seem as though this is going to end anytime soon, because police are still moving. We seem to have lost them, but there are other police officers on standby here, and some of them have, of course, moved into these various areas. The one police officer from the gentleman you heard did say that he was told to shut his business down because he has glass and that's going to break. So he's obviously trying to pre-warn him of some kind of volatility that could possibly transpire.